In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast.
Fuck boys.
Yes.
I think we're recording.
Are we really?
So
We think.
we think.
We don't know.
Yeah, we could be.
Well,
Yeah.
hey.
This is what happens when your production team goes on fucking vacation.
Yeah, right?
I'm not even going to ask.
So anyways, this is the Freedom Friends podcast, we think.
It might be.
And we are coming to you not even fucking close to live from
San Antonio, Texas.
in the
Warfighter Tobacco Studios.
Holy fuck.
Ooh.
Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FreedomFriends. Score yourself that sweet 15% off discount over there. And on wellness.us. Use that code FreedomFriends25. Score yourself a quarter off your order for all your CBD needs over there.
Can I speak on behalf of Warfighter for 1 second?
I think you can. You're a sponsor.
Well,
So-
are you cleared by the owner?
I think
Or
so.
what?
I think so. We have 2 new products.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you do.
John's covering one up completely with the sunglasses,
Just kidding.
but we have a new hat
Yep.
that is pretty goddamn awesome.
Which I'm going to be purchasing right after the
I'll
show.
be leaving here with one.
And then we
Yeah.
did the Minutemen T-shirt, which is like a full color fucking Minuteman T-shirt, which I dig.
Yeah.
So some updated merch.
Yeah, some updated merch. So
For-
We're going to have
our
some
boys
zip up
over at
hoodies, even
Warfighter.
though it's 100 degrees out. But
Yeah.
we finally got fucking
hey,
hoodies.
it's not like we ordered them when it.
They were ordered in December.
Yeah.
And the code that gets you 15% off on all that
What?
I'm kidding.
is Freedom Friends.
It's funny when people ask me for like, hey, do you guys have a military discount? I'm just like, use code Freedom Friends and listen to the podcast.
Yeah. There you go. I like that.
You ought to just tell them, don't give them a code. Just be like, if you go listen to the podcast, you may or may not find a code.
Right? I should.
There you go.
I should. I
Just
should make
stop
him
giving
earn
it to them
Yeah.
and make them go
Yeah.
fucking work for
You
it.
have to listen to at least 35 seconds of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can get a code.
Yeah.
Fucking put in some effort.
And if you want Freedom Friends merch, you can go over to redactedsupply.com. There's a big
Ooh.
fuck off button in the middle.
You know what? I
hit that one.
You know what I could do is I could say, in order for you to get the discount, you have to go on YouTube and subscribe to the Freedom Friends podcast,
Ooh, there you go.
and then I will. Once you screenshot it, then I'll give you the discount. That's
you
what
go.
I should do.
Way to put the coupon codes behind the $1 Patreon paywall. So can you give us $1? We'll give you a bunch of fucking coupon codes.
There you go. To just not talk about them on the show anymore.
Yeah, that's capitalism at work.
That's how we get a lot of
No,
listeners
no,
to be like, fuck off.
Yeah. That may work for the Freedom Friends. That does not work for Warfighter Tobacco.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's not going to work on it. So, boys, how we doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just got back from your cross-country
Shit,
excursion
man.
with
Scott's
the
been
boy.
gallivanting.
I've been whoring myself out all over the country.
You basically missed the 100th episode.
I did.
Because,
Yeah, I got.
I mean, you made it here, and then you were like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I just drove 13 hours. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm all set.
It was dedication. though,
14
because
hours pulling a camper.
The whole crew
so,
showed up too,
yeah.
and his wife looked like,
Yeah.
She was over
"Y'all
it.
motherfuckers are lucky I like you because I'm a murder somebody."
She wanted to be home.
Yeah. I don't blame her, though. That's a long
yeah.
fucking drive.
It was a
man.
long drive.
Especially
So
in a
Still
truck
came
with
by.
everybody, dude. Like, I don't blame her.
yeah.
You know, the worst part is after they left here, between here and Scott's
Yes.
house, he had a fucking blowout in the
Yeah,
camper.
he fucking
Yeah.
blew out the fucking tire camper.
Made it
Yeah.
all the way down here.
However, I didn't notice it until I got home, so that was okay.
Well,
It was just a shredded tire and ripped my little like mud fender thing off the fucking camper. But
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. When did that happen? Can't really feel it in the F450. It just
Yeah, it's
that
so much mass that
14
it's just-
hours, and I didn't
Yeah.
like it was dark, and I just like
between the size of the truck and delirium.
we all kind of heard a noise. We thought it was rain.
Like, that shit happened, like, right outside of Omaha, and you just kept going.
Right.
The whole way.
I'm pretty sure I'll
It's
notice
got 2 axles.
if they blew 2 on the same side. I'm pretty sure I would notice.
I
Probably.
hope so.
Yeah.
Probably.
the whole thing just goes.
I get home, half the campers wore off.
Yeah.
This is half the campers gone. I'm like, yeah, fuck Aaron Robertson, here I come.
Fucking writing a letter to Ford.
Right.
I was like,
Aaron Robertson Insurance. Give Robertson Insurance Group a call. 210-890-5577.
When you totally fuck your camper up, just give him a call. No, I did have to file a claim though because I caught a goddamn rock chip right in the windshield of my new truck.
That sucks.
Yeah, so
That's 2 claims on a 60-day-year-old.
yeah,
60-day truck.
it is. It is. Yeah.
Your premium's gonna go up, bud,
Whatever.
a bit.
Fuck it.
So and then you missed last week
I missed last
because
week.
you were on a trip.
Yeah, so my son.
Last week was fun.
It was a good show last
Yeah,
week.
we
I haven't even heard it yet.
a good
Did you
time.
guys have a guest or anything?
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It was just a good show.
It was just-
No,
He's a
It
good.
was
He's a
fun.
good dude. Good dude to drink in front of.
yeah, yeah. The best dude to drink in front of. Shit.
Yeah. No, so I had to take my my son who is in the Coast Guard. He was at Portsmouth, Virginia. He flew back for leave, and then I had to take him to Petaluma, California, to a Coast Guard training center down there. He'll be there for 6 months doing electrical technician stuff. But so he bought a new car while he was here, or bought a car, his first car, second car. Bought a car while he's here. So we took it on a road trip, and I planned into this road trip like 2 extra days, just so there would be no like timeline. That way, if we had some issues, we could get him there on time.
Sure. 'Cause that's the most important thing. Like,
Yeah.
not making him late for orders.
Right.
That's a bad.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
look.
bad thing.
That's
Yeah.
a bad look. You
Yeah.
don't want to show up to like a fucking
Yeah, you don't want to
the
show up and be like,
schoolhouse.
sorry,
Yeah.
my dad made me late.
Yeah.
So he showed up. He
ends
showed up
badly.
an evening early.
There you go.
Right.
There you
So,
go.
Yeah.
All right. So you're smart.
Yeah. But so we drove from here. We went to Roswell, New Mexico. Checked that out a little bit. It was okay.
It's fucking annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
They just laid into that fucking like the street lights that are all like alien heads
Yeah.
and shit and all
Yeah.
this stupid shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was kind of neat, but I was expecting more out of it.
No.
And
It's
it
New
really
Mexico,
wasn't.
bro. It's a shithole.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't live there.
Just looks like a Spencer's Gifts outdoors.
Yes.
Basically. Yeah. It's like Ripley's Believe It or Not on
Yeah.
the sidewalk.
Yeah.
But I think the way that they get you though is there's absolutely nothing else in the entire state of New Mexico.
No, there is, and that was cool.
What?
What,
The
meth?
meteor craters
You're
there.
into meth?
I went to the meteor crater.
Yeah.
I thought the meteor crater was in,
That's in
Arizona.
Arizona.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
I lost
it
half
is.
my headphones.
No, because we didn't hit Arizona until after Nevada, and we were at the crater way before then.
Hold on. How do you hit Arizona after Nevada?
We did 5 times. We crossed that goddamn line.
Well, yeah, back and forth, but you have to drive through the entire state of Arizona unless
yeah.
you went through Colorado.
Because
no,
Utah.
you're right. You're right.
Okay.
I was gonna say because fucking
You're
meteor,
right.
meteor
Coast
crater
Guard landmass.
meteor
You're right.
craters
No,
off
no.
of I-40, right?
This,
John?
Yeah.
this is why I was confused, because we spent a night in Vegas, and then we hit fucking. We hit after that. We hit Nevada like 5 times. So but that
So
was
like Hoover Dam and shit.
no. We did do Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
So we did the meteor crater though. That was one of the coolest things. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought that would be nothing but a hole in the ground.
Oh, it's in Winslow, Arizona.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we stopped at Winslow, Arizona for a night.
Yep.
Isn't that where they filmed that scene for...
Just looks like a big butthole on Google Maps.
But isn't
Yeah.
that where they filmed the scene for
Yep.
the first Thor movie?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that's where they filmed it.
Oh,
And they just
maybe.
went and stuck the hammer in the fucking middle of it to make it look like when the hammer hit it, it like blew everything
makes
out.
sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I read that they actually filmed it in that meteor crater.
I thought I saw
Because
a meme
only
the other day.
Disney has enough money to go, hey, you know that scientific research facility that you guys have down in this meteor crater so you can try and figure out like the workings of the universe?
Can we use it?
I need
Shut
you to
that
move
bitch
it.
down so I can put a fake hammer in the middle and bring Stan Lee out to rip the bumper off a truck.
So one of the cool things I learned about the crater though is like NASA went there to like train to go into the craters on the moon, and
Really?
they spent all this time in the crater like training to find samples is what the whole training was about. And they realized that they didn't have to even go into the crater because all of the samples from whatever
Are outside the crater.
the crater.
Yeah.
From the impact.
Yeah, so they learned that and then never went into a crater on the moon. So that was
I think I still would go check out the crater on the moon.
right.
You know, like
Yeah, I don't know.
here's a
I
big
saw
don't
this-
go in a big hole.
I
saw this
just
silly
want to
ass
see
meme the other
somebody
day.
Tony Hawking one of the craters in a moon buggy.
It was
Just
like it was a picture of meteor crater though. It said this meteor barely missed the visitor center at the crater. I was like,
You
wow.
just imagine being the guy sitting behind the front desk. I would fucking shit myself.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
because
like
everybody poops before you die.
So we went from the crater. Then where did we go? We went to the Grand Canyon, I believe.
That's less impressive to me than that crater.
The Grand Canyon's cool.
Yeah, but it's still less impressive than the crater.
Yeah, because
To me.
it's natural and not unnatural, kind of.
Well,
yeah.
the crater's natural. It just came from space.
Yeah,
Like
it's kind of unnatural.
the other one's like
Supernatural.
this
Ah,
water's
there you go.
extraterrestrial.
Is there? I don't know. Is there crystals and shit in the crater?
No,
That
it's
would be
all
supernatural.
it's all outside the crater.
No.
Can you go in the crater?
No, they said they can't even go in the crater. The only people, because it's the most well-preserved meteor crater in the world,
Yeah.
and the only people that can go in there are actual scientists and NASA.
And Disney.
In Disney.
And
You should have told him you were a scientist.
yeah, I only study Uranus though.
See? Perfect.
I'm a tobaccologist.
Right. But no, when they first found it, the dude that found it was a miner, and
bachelor of
so he
science.
mined
Like
it.
under 18?
Yeah, he was a miner under 18 that looked for like precious metals in the dirt.
Ah.
It's weird. But yeah, so it's
I
so
didn't know
he-
they made geologists that young.
he's the one that his family owns it, which is cool. So it's all privately owned.
Oh, that's cool.
That's probably how Disney got to be able to
They
use
were
it.
like,
Yeah.
they were like, here's $5 million.
Yeah.
Have yourself a day.
Right.
Yeah, you can go in my hole for $5 million.
I'd make him wear like the crazy like suits.
Yeah, right.
Like I need you to you can't disturb this.
One of the coolest.
Look, I don't know a whole lot of men that wouldn't let you enter their hole for $5 million.
Can't confirm.
Can't confirm.
Like, I don't give a fuck what flavor of cake.
Mikey's like, we don't even have to start in the shower.
Hey, Mikey.
Right? Like, I'll eat a creme brulee for $5 million. You goddamn right,
Oh, I'm just gonna give you the cake.
dude. I could buy a lot of ice packs to sit on for fucking $5 million. I'm just saying.
I think probably after the first 90 seconds, you'd be like, yeah, this is probably as bad as it's getting.
$5 million, well spent, well earned.
Well, I know you guys went to. I'm trying to think of. Because I kind of followed the whole journey
Yeah.
on Facebook.
So then we went to Grand Canyon. We spent a little bit of time there, and then from there we went to the Hoover Dam, which was cool. They said it was going to be closed, so I was a little worried. I'm like, how are they going to close it? So we drove down, and yeah, it wasn't closed.
Yeah.
The visitor center was closed.
Oh.
Then we spent the night in Vegas. Took the boy to Fremont Street. He thought that was pretty interesting. And Vegas is pretty much over COVID. They don't give a fuck on Fremont Street.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of the world just feels normal again, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
This
because
whole,
the CDC saw everybody start putting gas in like styrofoam cups and shit, and they were like, "Fuck." they were like, "Well,
We're getting a little Mad Maxy around here. We're gonna have to fucking
Like,
we're gonna
God
have to
damn
back
it.
off.
we kept him alive for a year and a half. It's the best we got."
Be free.
It might have been like, you know what? Maybe 20-30% losses wouldn't be such a bad thing. Fucking go ahead.
I just wish they'd take off warning labels while they're at it.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, on things that say like when I see fire pits in restaurants that say caution, fire may be hot.
No shit.
The biggest thing that confuses me is it says may be hot, and I'm
Right.
like, what the fuck fire do you have that's not? Like, I don't.
well, that fake kind. You know?
I kind of want to see the cold fire.
Yeah, it'd be something. Fuck.
Like, I might stick my hand in that.
Yeah.
So from Vegas, we had a really cool drive out to Lake Tahoe. So we saw a lot of nothing, just fucking nothing.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty nothing, right? It was a good looking nothing. Then we get to the mountains. Went through the mountains. That was cool.
Because he's in Northern California, right?
Yeah, it's kind of north. I don't know, central more, I guess. We're
This
right
is
by,
not South Central.
about 100 miles from San Francisco. So
Oh, okay.
spent the night in Lake Tahoe.
San Luis Obispo area esque.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where Chuck Liddell's from. I don't know why I know that. Anyways.
I didn't know you were
Good.
following the life story of Chuck Liddell.
I used to. Shit.
Who didn't?
Yeah.
Just not really outside the ring, kind of.
Yeah. Well,
I always thought MMA would be way better if you put it to porn soundtracks.
Porn at soundtracks?
that just makes gay porn.
Or maybe porn would be better if you had an MMA commentator.
Oh.
I died both ways. It would be-
That'd be great.
Yeah, like a little Joe Rogan on the whole porno. That'd be great.
I think you could literally just take Joe Rogan commentary and put it over any porn, and it would probably fit. Like,
Oh, you got knocked the fuck out.
you know, I haven't seen anybody that's been able to do a takedown with a ground and pound better than this guy right here.
That was a hell of a shot to the face. Jeez.
Like,
Jazz.
yeah.
I just got a dad joke phoned in.
Oh, fuck. Hit me with it.
What's the opposite of isolate? You so early.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Tahoe. You guys went to Tahoe.
So we spent the night in Tahoe and then got up the next morning and checked it out a little bit when we could see something.
Thanks, Dave.
Tahoe's really cool. I could go. I think I could spend a weekend there.
Tahoe's
too.
nice.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really,
I spent
really awesome.
4 days there, and it's...
Yeah.
I will tell you, I actually prefer the Reno side of Tahoe. Like up on Reno side.
Okay.
If
Well,
you're
mean
going
the
up there to
Nevada
like,
side.
yeah, but it's like right outside of Reno. There's
That's
like
a little ways.
there's a ski resort there that's on that side of the mountain. It's fucking amazing.
Nice.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about the North Lake side.
Yeah,
Yeah, North Lake is
fucking nice.
far more local,
Yeah,
whereas like South Lake, where like all the big hotels and
that's
all
where
that
the
kind of
bras are, bruh.
stuff. No, you're 100% right. So South Lake is where like all the hotels and the tourism part is. North Lake though, and you can do like Airbnbs up there for people's like little like 2 and 3 story townhouses and stuff like that. The North Lake side though, all the bars up there are like they're all the local bars. It's all the local restaurants. Like it's none of the tourist shit.
Yeah,
And when I was there, we went and I almost got in a fight
you did.
in a bar in a local bar in Lake Tahoe. Like
Did
and
somebody like throw a can at you or something?
yeah, somebody threw a beer can at me and I'd been drinking for a minute, and it was
Was it a full can?
no, they had like
empty
crushed
can.
it and then like threw it at me
No,
because
it's rude.
well they're
It's really rude.
the chicks they were there with, they were drunk and they kept like walking up and trying to sit on our laps and shit like that, and we kind of kept like pushing everybody away, and the dudes got all bent out of shape about it.
Because you wouldn't let their chick sit on your lap?
Yeah, like we
Oh,
were
of
sitting on the
course.
bar drinking, like just hanging out,
Yeah,
but we were out of towners. But it was one of those bars, and you could tell that you were like dealing with a bunch of fucking snowboard hippies in California,
Yeah.
because I was looking around that bar going, I think I could clear this place. Like, it was not a threatening
if I
environment.
thump this kid in the fucking nose, his friends are gonna cry sympathy pains. Like,
Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
But,
Oh shit! Then from Tahoe, where did we go? Then we spent the night.
Golden Gate.
Yeah, we spent the night in San Francisco. So we went over the Golden Gate.
revisiting some of your lifestyle.
You know what? It was Pride Month, and I went out on the town.
Still is Pride Month.
Yeah, but I mean, in San Francisco, like you could tell. Like I didn't know it was Pride Month because I don't really pay attention.
I'm pretty sure every month's Pride Month in San Francisco.
In San Francisco, there's no way to not notice that it's Pride Month because
Yeah.
it just posted everywhere, right? However, when I went out on the town, this was a Friday and a Saturday night. I was in San Francisco. I went out, and the bars that were open, there was a ton of businesses that were completely boarded up and shut down. Like I would say 60% of everything that I saw was boarded up and shut down.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, so I get on Google, I'm looking like, hey, what's something cool to do? And there was like 4 or 5 bars that were actually open. And so I walked into one, and it had a sign out that said, hey, we've been shut down.
How old your boy?
20. He's
Damn.
a couple days away from 21.
Fuck.
Yeah. He's not much of a drinker or partier anyway, though.
Yeah, yet.
Yeah. I think he was nervous because he didn't want to get in trouble because he's so close, and
Yeah.
I kind of get
No,
that.
I get it.
But
It's not worth
It's not the decision I would have made.
he's adorable when he drinks, though.
Right. Yeah. So, let's back up.
That was a good time.
Let's back up.
We should talk about that
We
weekend,
should.
because that was
So
a good time.
the weekend before we left, in Texas, they have a law that if you're underage but with your parents, you can drink in a bar
Legally.
legally.
Yeah, legally.
However,
Right to serve law.
most bars' policies are like, fuck no. But we went and asked permission ahead of time. And so I got a drink with my boy, since I won't see him again for however long, and I'll miss the 21 and
Sure.
shit. So we got him pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
It was pretty fun.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, as it should be, his dad bought the first round.
Yeah.
But there were several close friends there.
Jim
Jim was
Jazz?
there. I was there.
Yeah.
So we all just kind of took turns going like,
Hey, what have you not had yet?
yeah, what have you not had?
Here, try this.
You've never had tequila? No. Well, here's some tequila.
Yeah, so you did the first round, and then I was like, what hasn't he had yet? And he was like, he's never shot tequila. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So, I think I bought him I bought a rum and Coke and a tequila shot, full dress, and I went over there. I hand it to him, and his dad goes, all right, listen to Jazz. He's going to tell you how to shoot tequila. And I was like, all right, here we go. Hold this in this hand, put the lime in this hand. This is how this goes. And we like broke it down. It was a great time.
At first, he looked at him like, are you bullshitting me? I'm like, no, this is how to do it.
Yeah.
For your next blocks of instructions.
Yeah. So we did that, and then we went over to Jim's house and hung out there and had some drinks and stuff like that. But
what did he? So he's kind of on the technical side of things, like he's electrical, whatever, right? So he explained to us how he was feeling.
Well, the first 1 hour conversation I had with him was all the different tiny explosives that he made
yeah.
during like his high school years. So I got like a full chemical breakdown on all of the homemade explosives he was making.
Which he did a great job.
All you need is the Works toilet cleaner and some tinfoil.
This
he
was
won up.
He went above and beyond.
No,
that.
this was all
He went
like
up
it was
this.
this much sodium nitrate with this much this, and like yeah, it was like the real like.
Nice.
And then it
Just
was
breeding fucking domestic terror at your place or what?
well. Then it
No, the other way.
then it turns out that he wants to figure out how to make a diesel and or JP8 powered like Iron Man suit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like,
I asked some very pointed questions
How the
on
fuck
the way
did this
up there.
kid come from your balls?
I don't know. I don't know.
Jesus.
But no, he described being drunk as what's like a frame rate. What are some frame
so he
rates?
started to get drunk, and he looked at me. and He goes like, "I think my frame rate is slowing down."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Well, you know how like a monitor is at 60 frames per second. I think I'm missing frames. Like my frame rate's slowing down." And I was like,
He's like, I'll turn my head and I won't see it until
"Yeah."
like yeah.
Like I
That's
was
a,
like,
I guess
it's
that's a
ghosting
great
and
way
stuff,
to
and I was like-
describe it. Yeah.
I was like,
Wow.
I'm a nerd enough to track what you're saying, and from a very nerd standpoint, that is a very apt description of what it's like being drunk. Like,
Holy shit.
You're dropping frames like as you're moving around. Like,
Yeah. And then it started to downpour and we went to Jim's house. So yeah.
it was a good time though.
It was fun. Yeah.
But he went from sober as a bird to
Well, he had 6 drinks in about 45
minutes. Yeah, it was pretty
So-
rowdy.
Nice.
And
Attaboy.
3 of them were shots of straight booze. So,
There you go.
yeah.
In all fairness, it wasn't like by his choosing. It's not like he was hammering them down. He was like, "What's next?" It was just like,
Well, and then we'd get him a mixer in between,
Yeah.
and he would drink it like fucking Kool-Aid because it was way less than the shot. Like, that still has a
yeah.
good.
So that rum and coke tasted delicious after a
shot
straight
you
shot of
just did.
well tequila. It was
No,
like
you just drank also.
Yeah.
Were you giving him well tequila?
oh yeah, dude, we didn't buy anything nice.
Nice.
Dude, when I ordered the tequila shot, the dude picked up a plastic bottle and literally did the whole hand trick where he just went pew and it went zoom. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be good. Like,
Nailed it.
this is exactly how a bar trip should be when you're this young.
What kind of
Yeah.
tequila do you have? Oh, what do you have in a plastic bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
gonna need
What's
that.
the cheapest?
Anything? Do you have anything with a handle on the side? That's what I'm looking for. No, it was a good time. I was happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But it was funny. The conversations got a little weird, but
Yeah.
So
a good time.
we got a gift from a cast member of NCIS. Are you gonna hold that up? So Leroy J. Gibbs made us this little wood burn sign. I don't know your real fucking name, dude.
well, you thought that was his real
We
name.
thought that was your real name until
And the Jazz was like, "That's a character on fucking NCIS," and I was like, "You know what? Gibbs is a character." I was like, "I don't know his first name."
And I was like,
He's like, "I'm pretty sure it's Leroy."
from this angle, Mikey. So it says the Freedom Friends podcast on there. He has a little keg here and a bottle and a glass here. But from this angle, what does that other little thing on the bar look like?
Is that a dick?
It looks like a dick, but no, it's a cigar and an ashtray. And I can totally see it looking like
Yeah,
that.
it looks like a dick.
But from here,
Yep, looks like
it
it.
looks
Oh,
like
it
a
looks
dick.
like a
"Yeah,
dick.
it's like a dick."
So I would have appreciated both, but thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate
I'm
it,
a little
buddy.
disappointed there's no banana on there.
There should have been a banana.
No, we're good. We're good without the banana.
Mikey, how was your weekend, buddy?
Relaxing.
Good.
Relaxing. Boys are out of school though, and they're fucking being maniac. It was relaxing, sans children. Children make shit fucking difficult. However, so Haley wanted to move her office downstairs. And I think I talked to you about this because she got her awesome tapestry. Mm-hmm. And so she wanted to move her office downstairs. And I was like, okay, well, so downstairs in what it was the kids' playroom is technically the office in the house, which is just a bedroom without a closet. That's what a fucking office is as far as real estate goes. And when we first moved in there, that's where I had AT&T hook up the internet, was in that room. So it was like, all right.
Which is logical.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, well, it already had the fucking connections and everything. And I was like, great. There was another connection in the guest room, but I was like, yeah, we'll put it down here. The kids kept fucking getting into it and fucking with the internet. So I was like, we got to move it. So I had moved it upstairs, had them come out and move it upstairs, and it was up there. Well, she has to hardwire in for her job because she works from home. And we've had like a LAN cable strung across the goddamn upstairs of the house, like taped to the fucking floor and shit to keep the kids off of it and all this from tripping and everything for a while. And she's like, hey, look, I want to move my shit downstairs. Can we move the internet back downstairs? Now the kids are a little bit older. We want to utilize the office space. It was like, absolutely. So I call AT&T and they're like, yeah, we could do it. It's going to be $150 for us to call the service guy out there, and then another $99 for him to move the equipment. And I was like, I just moved the equipment with you on the phone with me. I was like, you're going to charge me $99 to do what I just did on the phone talking to you? And he's like, yes. And I was like, go fuck yourself. And he's like, what? And I was like, no fucking way, dude. I was like, if you charge me a fucking dime to do something that was already fucking turned on beforehand, when I know all you got to do is flip a fucking switch somewhere or move a cable, I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself and you're going to lose a customer. And he's like, well, sir, that's just how it's done. I was like, well, watch how this is done. So I fucking got off the phone with the guy, called Spectrum. They were like, your fucking new equipment will be there on Saturday and we will fucking, and you can set it up yourself. I was like, fucking A. So they send me my modem. They send me my fucking router. I plug it in. Doesn't work. Call Spectrum. They're like, yeah, your fucking cable thing isn't hooked up. We need to have somebody come out. We can come out tonight. I was like, what?
That's unheard of.
Right? I was like, you can come out tonight. They're like, yeah, between 7 and 8. Is that good? I was like, yeah, that's like in an hour. Fucking A, that's good.
What do you want for dinner?
I think Spectrum will come out till I think it's like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
They're still making service.
Right? I was like, holy fuck. And then they call me back at like 8, like 7:30. They're like, Mr. Fahey, we apologize so much. We actually kind of overbooked our techs and a couple of their appointments are going a little long. Can we come out in the morning? And I was like, that's fine. I was like, but it's tomorrow's Sunday. They're like, we know. And I was like, okay, what time do they start? They're like, 10. And I was like, great.
What's he want for breakfast?
Fucking, right? Fucking A. 10 o'clock, dude comes out, Army vet, talked to him for a little while. He's a fucking great guy, super cordial. Fucking did me up right. He's like, who the fuck ran this? He's talking shit about whoever did the work before him, as you do. Right. He's doing it all the appropriate way and all this, and he's explaining the difference between like when you get a cable guy, you either get an in-house person or a contractor.
Outside tech, yeah.
He was an outside contractor, and he's like, that's how you know you're getting
the outside contractors actually take some pride in their fucking work.
Well, he's like, we get paid by the job, not by the hour. So we give a fuck about the job because our name's attached to it. Whereas the guy who works for the company's like, fuck, I don't care. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, fuck, that's awesome to know. That's just good information to know. So he hooks my shit up. He's like, you're good to hook, man. I was like, all right. So I'd fucking set up my mesh network with it and everything and get it all going. And I checked my internet speed, and it is fucking lightning. Like fucking 1 gig download, 40 fucking, what did I send you? Something ridiculous.
You
like
were 900 down, 400 up.
Yeah. Like just fucking
nice.
Lightning, faster than I've ever had fucking AT&T. So I was like, oh, Monday morning, I get to call AT&T and talk some fucking shit. Tell them to go fuck themselves. I'm really excited about this, right? Because like now I just don't fucking need them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now I'm fucking good to hook. I'm fuck AT&T, right? I call up all motivated to talk some shit. I'm talking like Oscar listens to the show. He's sitting across from me, and I'm like, oh, I'm super excited about making this phone call. He's like, why? I was like, I'm about to rip these motherfuckers apart. It's gonna be great. And I call up, and the sweetest fucking lady on the planet answers the goddamn phone. And I'm like, I can't be mean to this person, man. She's like, hey, how you doing? So-and-so in Mesa, Arizona. Blah, 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 blah. How can I help you? And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, every other person I've spoke to for the last fucking 3 weeks barely spoke fucking English and was a rude prick. And then I get the sweetest person imaginable when it comes time for me to tell them to go fuck themselves. I'm like, well, I'm not going to lie. You just took the wind out of my sails a bit. She's like, why? I was like, because I'm calling up to cancel my service, and I really wanted to be an asshole, but you're way too nice. She's like, oh, sorry about that. She's like, I can be a dick if you want. I was like,
yeah, please.
I was like, dude, it would make it easier. Shit.
Let's have fun with this. Go.
She was awesome.
We're going to do a little role playing.
And she just fucking spewed her life story at me. It was like, yeah, I used to work for the oil field, and I worked in bars for a long time, and da-da-da. So, I don't always have the nicest, I was like, you and I probably have the same fucking vocabulary, but like, you're good. I was like, it's all good. Like, I hear what you're saying. I was like, well, regardless, cancel my shit. So, effective immediately, I am now a Spectrum customer, and I'm fucking happy. Spectrum, give us money. So, and then, I enjoyed fucking internet that didn't fucking lag my TV down for shit.
That's
all
nice,
weekend, the rest of the weekend, and or the rest of Sunday rather. And I fucking barely put pants on. It was awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, that was my weekend. How about you, Jess?
I had a pretty good weekend, man. We went down to the town on Saturday. Just ran some errands, did some things.
Yeah.
Got myself a new bike. So excited about that, but
How many cc's?
none.
0.
Oh.
0. The one Jazz.
Oh, one of those
Yeah,
bikes.
bicycle.
Oh,
Everybody rides a bike.
Yeah.
When they're fucking 6.
exactly.
I rode a bike until I found out what a motor was.
Yes. Now 600 cc's is the minimum.
Nah, I talk shit, but I have a bike at home. Fuck, I like bikes.
Talk shit about it all.
I like my bike.
Still makes me smile.
No, I was giving giving Caitlin shit 'cause she's like, I started riding bicycles, and I was like, is this your hobby this week? And she's like, I was like, what's next? Like, I was like, and she's like, I just like riding a bike. I was like, that's cool. I mean, and honestly, like I said, it was funny. I was like, I talk shit about Jazz and his hobbies. I was like, but I'm just as fucking bad. Like, I was like 100%. I'm just
Well,
as
and
bad.
bicycles
Like,
aren't really a new thing for me.
No,
This is just me getting back into the sport. But
yeah, because we had talked about this before. Like,
yeah, and I'm one of those ones that did like crazy distances and stuff.
What kind of
like
bike
that.
do you get?
So this next one, my new one is from a company called State Bicycle Company, which is it's actually a company I've wanted to bike from for a couple years now. But they make single speed road bikes. So
Okay.
it's a full road bike, but there's no gearing. I'm not riding fixed, so no, it's not a fixie. So I have a freewheel in the back. I can actually coast, like I can stop pedaling. I can flip the wheel and ride fixie, but I don't hate myself enough for that.
I don't know what fixie means.
I don't either.
When
It's
you,
a
you
fixed
have to
gear.
pedal.
So if the wheel's turning, your pedals are turning.
Yeah.
And if you
You can't
stop,
just coast.
If you stop pedaling,
that
the
would
wheel
suck.
stops turning, and then you're just in a skid. So, and you'll watch them.
That's like a bike from the 40s or something.
yeah. And the guys that do ride them, it's a lot of urban riders.
There
and
are
stuff.
people who ride that?
Oh yeah,
With the big
they're
wheel on
huge,
the
and
front.
like the bike messenger community almost uses them exclusively.
Weird.
You don't need brakes.
But you don't run brakes; you literally just stop pedaling.
Yeah.
And
you-
then
and
what,
the back-
come to a skid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the back tire starts sliding.
But once you ride long enough, like you learn how to like
yeah, that'll actually like and
use
you
it
can
to your
s-
favor.
And you can literally skid into the turns and stuff like that. So
Well,
you
I
can
could
turn
do that
you
too.
know, I've seen people do that
but
shit.
all you had to do
Well, I
is
remember
push
the old back
backward.
brake. Yeah,
yeah,
the
the
old-
back
So,
pedal brake.
Yeah.
It's like that, except for you don't push back. And if you're rolling, and the thing is that on road bikes,
What happens if you're going too fast for your legs to keep up with the pedals?
Then you slow it down.
then you literally start applying pressure to slow the bike down.
Fuck that.
But the problem with it is that on a good downhill, you can hit like 50 kilometers an
Yeah.
hour. So you can go like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah,
on
but
these
your fucking
things.
feet are going to fucking screaming.
I can do it for about 0.3 of a second.
So, well,
I
if you
don't want to
watch
slow down going
If you
downhill.
watch some of the races and stuff like that, they'll hold these things called alley cat races up in New York and stuff like that. That's all the bike messengers get together and they do these races through the city to essentially see who the fastest in the city is.
Right.
Jimmy John's be smoking that ass.
But you'll see them and they'll be going like down these big bombs and stuff through the tunnels. And
Just
they'll
got mental picture of like a bunch of Korean dudes with their baskets
it's,
fucking screaming through the fucking alley.
And no, the legs are just sticking out, and the pedals are just like.
but you'll see them do that. You'll see
yeah.
these guys will do
And
these
then
big
what?
bombs into the tunnels, and they will literally they'll unclip and like put their feet up on the top rail and let the bike just scream down these hills. And then you'll watch them, and they'll sit there and they'll time it, and they'll catch their pedals,
And they'll break an ankle trying to.
Oh, it
fucking-
happens all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
That's why I don't ride fixed.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't hate
Fuck
myself
all,
enough.
that, fuck all that.
Anyway, back to your bike.
But yeah, so I got a new one. I rode single speed before, so I'm just back on a single speed. I like the fact that if you have to go uphill, you can't shift. Like you just have to pedal harder.
Oh,
Like it's
yeah.
I like
Not me.
the,
I like fucking clicking down.
yeah, and it just making it super easy.
I like clicking down too and then let go of the clutch and fucking hitting the fucking throttle. Yeah, that's great.
But
You know
so we
that
did
bike that's
and-
been parked there for fucking
Hey,
months?
hey.
Except for when Dave rode it.
Yeah.
All right.
He likes the idea of clicking
I
down
do.
and then letting go of
Yeah,
the
right.
clutch. Yeah. So we did that. We hit the farmer's market. We just kind of went out and just did stuff. And then we stopped at Back and Turn downtown
Yeah.
Nice.
to get some beers and some pizza. And I was sitting there.
What pizza? What kind of pizza do you
I got the barbecue chicken pizza.
get? How is it?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Do I get that fucking? I get the pepperoni gorgonzola.
Yeah, this is one of
Fuck,
the
it's good.
white pizzas, so it's got the
Same.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there and there's this guy next to me, and I'm chatting with the bartender or whatever. And the dude's looking at that crowler machine where they like can fresh can your beer for you while
Yep.
you're there. And he was
Similar-
asking these
similar to
questions.
what you and I are
similar to
drinking
these
right
giant
now.
bad boys here. But he was sitting there and he asked me, hey, do you come here often or whatever? The guy sitting next to me. I got to chatting with him, and it turns out he just moved to San Antonio like a week ago.
Nice.
And he and his wife. And I was like, oh, what brought you in? He's like, work. We're trying to find a new job, and my wife's job's here, so we came here from the East Coast, and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, did you retire out or whatever?
Did you tell him to vote accordingly?
I don't think we're going to have a problem with this guy.
Oh, okay.
So and I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I just got out of the Navy. And I was like, huh. And he's, our age, maybe a little older,
Yeah.
like somewhere in there. And I was like, huh. And I was like, so what'd you do in the Navy? Or are you going to tell me like every other Navy dude, tell me you were a SEAL? And he was like, yeah, kind of actually was. And I was like,
Was he wearing a flannel?
he wasn't.
Flip flops.
No, he was in
Your wife's nodding.
Was he in flip flops? I didn't pay attention to the flip flops thing. So, but just had like a t-shirt or whatever, and then I start looking, and he's got like the upside down Sunto black on, and like the whole. And I was like,
Oh yeah.
okay. And it turns out he was actually a team leader, he was an officer
Oh, okay.
for the SEALs and stuff like that. But he knew nobody in town.
He tell you
Oh,
what
shit.
team?
No, I didn't. We didn't really talk about it that much. But
Then he might have been a SEAL. Otherwise, if he wasn't, he would tell you exactly what unit and what.
Yeah, so-
I was in SEAL Team 6.
No, so he was sitting there, and we were talking about it, and I was like, "You're looking for a job?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What'd you get fucked? Didn't get the book deal?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got screwed." And he was like, but anyways, so I could tell he kind of didn't know much about the city though, because he was like, "How's the veteran community around here? Like, is it half decent or whatever?" And I was like,
Bro.
"There's a few." And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "What are you doing? What's your schedule look like next week?" He's like, "Dude, I'm just job hunting, so my schedule is like wide fucking open. I can do anything." I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna give you my number and stuff. Let me know what you're doing Thursday. There's a big event going on here called Burbiz."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "I can't
Thursday.
guarantee you anything."
Thursday?
It's Thursday night.
The 10th. You're right.
But I was like, I can't guarantee you anything or whatever, but I know a bunch of people are going. Like, I'm gonna go down and hang out and whatever. And I was like, it may be a good introduction for a lot of the stuff that's here in town and just kind of the community and stuff, because like he's still on terminal leave. He's literally
Wow.
like
yeah.
put the uniform on for the last time like 10 days ago.
Shit.
So he's
Nice.
still in that whole like, and he was literally like high school, college, accessions, like all he's known his entire adult life is the military.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's out, and he's like,
Now what?
I
Because transition is so easy.
when he said that too, and he was like, I went through that whole fucking START program or whatever, and I was like, that shit is useless.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, it's guys that were in the military and immediately transitioned to that GS position, or it's people that have always been GS positions. So
Yeah.
they're never
And they're
people
trying
that have
to
had to
teach you-
operate in the civilian world.
Exactly. They're trying to teach you how to fucking do it. And like,
Yeah.
bitch, you never did it. How the fuck do you know?
Yeah, so super nice
Well,
dude,
They gave me this pamphlet. I'm supposed to teach
Yeah.
you what's in this pamphlet. So
Right?
just
super
listen.
nice guy, and I actually do believe he was a SEAL because he didn't
Right.
go on and on and on and on about being a SEAL.
Yeah.
And once you talk to him for about 20 minutes, you kind of go like, yeah, you were a fucking SEAL. Like this is
Yeah.
he just had the right.
Yeah.
And I never even told him I was in. He looked at me and goes, "You still active component or are you out?" And I was like, "Oh no, I've been out. I've been out for a while." And so he's a good dude,
Yeah.
but really nice guy. So yeah, so for all of us that are going to Burbiz,
Nice.
I'll
Cool,
introduce
yeah,
you when he's there.
absolutely.
Sweet.
So
You guys
that, yeah.
going?
Yeah.
You got a table?
Yeah.
Yep.
You got a table this time? Do you?
We did last time.
But I found it entertaining.
We're
when
gonna
I
try to
went.
make sure nobody steals our prize this time, though.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Or a raffle item.
For real, dude. Shit.
Yeah. Speaking, you guys were talking about really good pizza. I gotta backtrack on my road trip here. So I met up with one of my buddies, Chuck Pierce, who, he supported Range 15. He was there. Like, I got to hang out with him at the premiere and stuff. Really good dude. He owns a pizza factory in I can't remember the name of the town.
California.
Somewhere in California. But he's a great little small town, right? Owns a pizza factory. He made a pizza for me. Instead of using tomato sauce, he used I think it was a honey habanero wing sauce.
Okay.
And an all meat pizza. It was the best motherfucking pizza I've ever had.
Nice.
But yeah, so if you ever go to a pizza factory, ask them to fucking switch out the fucking pizza sauce for fucking wing sauce. It was
that's like the one I was talking about.
It was awesome.
It has it's like a multi-herb and whatever cream sauce base. It's not tomato sauce.
And
Did you guys get the focaccia bread?
No, just got.
I forgot to bring it, but Chuck also gave us a bottle of bourbon for the podcast.
Oh, nice. And Chuck.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Chuck.
Good fucking dude.
Right?
Did you get a hold of Scott while you're out there?
Scott.
Helicopter pilot.
No,
The fucking asshole.
No, I had his number. I don't know. He never replied. So, yeah. But he was in Los Angeles, and I avoided that like the plague anyway.
As you should.
Right.
As you should. John,
Yo,
how was your weekend, bud?
that's good. Broke in the pool
Nice.
because it was
Like you had sex in the pool?
Oh,
or?
that happened a while ago.
Oh, okay.
No, this is just like actually being able to swim in it.
How's your butthole, Dave?
It was a hot tub pool.
The pool is 81, and so I was like, well, fuck it. It's either like it was hot out on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah, I think it was Sunday. And so I was like, fuck it. I was like, it's not quite hot enough to get in yet, and my yard really needs to get mowed. So I mowed the yard, and I was like, okay, fuck it. It's time to get in the pool.
Yeah, because now you're real hot.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
So hung on the pool. I got like pollen buildup in it. Pollen, and they call it microalgae. And so no matter how much you scrub it, it doesn't come off.
Right.
And it's not like regular algae where you just scrub it and it floats away, and then you chalk the pool and everything's fine. So I've been fighting with that for about a week, and when I looked at it today, and it's pretty much almost clear. It wasn't like it was the pool, the color of the water didn't change, but it was just like shit against like the side and on the steps and stuff like that. It just looked weird.
Yeah.
So that's about taken care of. So there will be a pool party coming up as soon as the fucking weather gets nice.
Yeah.
The sun
My
already
pool,
comes
the
out.
temperature in my pool literally changes like 8 to 10 degrees depending on how heavy it rains. My pool almost overflowed. And I have like a built-in drain, so it automatically just shoots water out the side of the pool when it gets above
I
a certain
don't have
level.
a built-in drain, and my pool has overflowed 4 times now in the last 2 weeks.
I'm so sick of the fucking rain. This year's been brutal.
It's been one of the wettest last couple weeks in like recorded history.
It's awful.
I think it was on Saturday. Saturday it fucking rained hard.
Are you dying right now? Are you
No,
okay?
I just like swallowed my tongue for a minute. It was weird. Yeah. Just don't worry.
Okay.
We're not worrying. We're just kind of excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool trick I learned.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that gagging noise. I got all excited.
I know. Sorry. Saturday it rained like a motherfucker here. I don't know if it rained by your guys' house, but
Michelle
it
was sending me
fucking.
videos. It was bad.
Yeah.
I got a video of a F-350 dually that tried to go through this flooded area. It's
a good video.
Almost fucking didn't make it. Almost. Like literally, we parked the truck. We walked down to go, and I'm waiting. And like this Jeep on the other side pulled out like it was going to do something. I'm like, oh baby, please. That Jeep would have got destroyed.
If you got a snorkel kit, it'd be all right.
No, it doesn't matter.
Because it was flowing.
It was.
Oh, it was
There's
like
been years-
running water.
I've
Yeah.
been living here for a while, and there's been years where people were trying to do those low water crossings, and I watched literally a Hummer get pushed off the road.
Yeah. So on
It's just the current's so strong.
on the low side, they had one of the water markers, and it was between 2.5 and 3 feet on the water marker. On the high side, when we drove by the day after it already cleared, that water must have been 6-7 feet, and it was flowing fast
wow,
as
dude.
fuck,
Fuck.
fast. But so we parked the truck. We walked down to go. Like my whole goal is to see somebody try, and the only reason that we went that direction is we were pulling out of my neighborhood, and a brand new C8 Corvette went right by, and I knew that it was already washed out on this little road, not that deep, but deep enough where you don't take a brand new fucking C8 through it.
Sure.
And so it went right in my original plan. Like I had my left blinker on, and it passed me, and I was like, oh, "Fuck this!" And I went right. I'm following this dude. And so as I'm watching this dude go through this wash, Cody from the gym is driving the other way and texts me, and he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "We were rooting for him to go off the road." I'm like, "I was too." He's like, "I hope that was you." I'm like, "That was me." So I'm following this dude because I know like the direction he's going. That big wash that I was just talking about that F-350 went through, 20 minutes, well, maybe 35, 40 minutes prior to that, I drove from the shop back to my house and drove through it. And it was only like 3 or 4 inches deep, but I knew it was going to get bad. And so we followed this dude all the way, and he's going right for it. And to his regard, there is a line of probably 10 cars that were stopped that they weren't going to try it. But I guarantee you, if those cars weren't there, this dumbass would have fucking went for it.
Yeah.
And that's all I was waiting for.
Man.
But anyway, so we pulled on the side street and walked all the way down to see the wash and how bad it was and how deep it was, all that. And we walked by this dude in a dually, and he's just yapping the whole way as we were walking by. And we get down there, and there's other guy, just random dude sitting down there. He's like, "Yeah, this dude in that dually thinks he can make it." And I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna hang out for a little bit."
Yeah, I'm gonna see if he can do it.
And he went, and it pushed him, and like he got through like right in the middle part, and it pushed him a little bit. And I'm like, "Oh, he's pretty good." And he starts, going up to the other side, and then he just started drifting, and he probably went from like almost the right lane of the road. He probably got pushed 10 feet towards the guardrail, and then he got out, and then I was like, "Come on, Jeep." And the Jeep was like, "Nope."
Nah, dog. Nah.
But yeah, so then we drove around.
He had to have water in his cab after that.
That duelie?
Yeah.
Probably. I guarantee you that Corvette had water in its cab.
It was up to his door.
Yeah,
I mean, it was.
I guarantee you that Corvette was flooded.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
God, on a new
Yeah.
fucking
Remember, like my brother let me borrow his Suburban during Hurricane Harvey to pull shit down and bring shit over there and help all that, and it was fucking close.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, but that was all stagnant. You know what I mean? It wasn't like
it's different
flowing
when
water.
that's different.
Yeah, that's different.
Here, the current on that stuff gets so heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, it was vicious. When we get down, I'll show you the video.
Fucking A.
But that's Saturday. Then we went down like River Road. I wanted to see how bad everything else was, and it wasn't that bad at all. Like it was bad at first,
Yeah.
and then once everything passed, it was
You didn't
just
see
like,
any
whatever.
campers that were like.
I was hoping.
Yeah.
Remember that one time
Yeah.
when that camp? Yeah. No, nothing flooded down River Road.
I'll be damned.
No, at least at the time.
Yeah.
But
That John Denver's full of shit.
right.
River Road.
Yeah.
Sunshine on my goddamn shoulders, John Denver.
You gonna light my country music award on fire?
I'm gonna light your ass off.
That was it. Dave and I came in here on Saturday. Did a little rearranging.
I see
'cause
that.
We have a lot of inventory showing
Yeah.
up.
Looked like fucking Pelican finally came through.
Yeah. We're
Wasn't easy.
literally at half of what you see there. Mm-hmm. We have the same amount on back order yet.
Wow.
Yeah. And it would be nice if we got it.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's pretty much my weekend. Yeah.
Fucking A.
It's kind of chill.
What else is new? Current events? Like, I've been out of the loop. I haven't listened to news for a whole week.
God, it must be nice.
Right?
I never listen to news.
kinda how I live my
COVID's
life.
over.
Yeah, it's completely over.
except for California. San Francisco, that was not over.
No.
It's right on the cusp of starting to like let up. But everywhere else I was in the whole country, nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah.
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 Everything feels like it's just back to normal now.
Yeah.
Like,
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's
even
nice.
one of my biggest complaints during the COVID shit was that everybody was closing early. Like stores that would normally be open till 9 at night were closing at 7 and shit. And I was like,
Why?
Yeah, why?
what? It's more dangerous after 7? Like, what the fuck? Like,
That's why they put curfews in towns.
and
Oh, there's riots in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. What are they writing about now?
So it's a federal task force, marshals, came in to serve a homicide warrant. So essentially a felon wanted for murder,
Right.
who is also in possession of a firearm. They served a warrant, pulled the dude over, dude pulled out a gun, and they shot him.
Oh, yeah.
So now they're rioting against the Minneapolis Police Department, even though they had nothing to do with it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes
that
sense.
sounds about right.
That
Yep.
sounds par for the course.
It's the long and the short of the whole story. I mean, I guarantee you there's going to be people out there that are going to be mad at me right now, but I don't give a fuck.
I haven't heard anything about it.
What else?
That's the dude who pulled the gun out.
Yeah, he pulled a gun on the marshals.
He pulled a gun on the marshals, and they put like 4 hot ones
I
in him.
personally know a couple marshals
I would not pull a gun on them.
that I would not pull a gun on
Uh-uh.
because I know them and they shoot people.
Oh, yeah.
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 They got that federal backing, baby.
Well,
I tried to volunteer
suck
Scott
my
and
little
myself
circle
for
badge, bitch.
I volunteered Scott and myself to be adjutant snipers. I don't
yeah,
know
we
lack of better
tried
words.
a couple times.
And they wouldn't. No.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much any badge where you have a star
Yeah.
instead of like any
Especially
of the, like shield shape.
when the marshal,
around.
Right?
I think the marshal was a former Marine infantryman,
Yeah.
and I know he has more CONUS kills.
Yeah.
I know for a fact he does.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he sleeps great at night.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he
Well,
does.
dude, when you're taking out fucking scumbags like that, though, man, like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'd sleep great at night, too.
Yeah, the marshals don't get called in because like
A good
Right.
buddy, Big
you've
Dick
got
Dirks.
traffic charges and you've been dodging court.
Right,
Like, they don't
right.
call the marshals in for that
Yeah.
shit.
Texas Rangers don't fucking get deployed for that shit.
Yeah.
They get cool hats though.
That's true.
Our buddy, Big Dick Dirks, Rich
Dick
Dirks, down
Dirks.
in Laredo, is doing some great shit down there.
Yeah.
He just did a big ruck down there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
He's a good fucking
Yeah,
dude,
he
man.
is.
God, he's a good dude.
I'm actually
I'm
going on
upset
a
with
fishing
him.
trip with him in a couple weeks.
What?
Nice.
Cut his hair.
He cut his hair? Oh, no.
I'm upset.
Does he not look like a truck driver anymore?
No, like cut his fucking hair.
What about his beard?
He cut that a while
too.
ago.
Yeah, that's been gone.
Yeah.
Like, to the face?
No.
No, but he's down to
Like
like
about me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't even recognize If that dude shaved, I wouldn't know who the fuck he
No,
was.
No.
did a
no
heavy
idea.
trim, but he cut his hair. I saw a picture the other day and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I just think it's funny. He was, like, stacking fucking... Anyways, I'm not going to blow a spot up.
Yeah.
But still
Yeah,
fucking rad.
The original part of my story was along those lines, and I changed it. So.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I do want to talk about this a little bit. So I've been listening to the Drinking Bros podcast because they're friends of ours, right? And they were talking about like the whole immigration thing and how they're smuggling children from the border to put them throughout the United States, essentially like child trafficking, right? Well, one of the places.
Call that adoption, too.
No. Well, I don't think so. One of the places they were talking about is in Austin, and this place gets money to house children, and it's a nonprofit that is like got another company attached to it, and all these motherfuckers.
It's a front.
It's a front.
Yeah.
And they're just making money on trafficking children. It is
Legally.
Legally,
Yeah.
I guess.
Can we do that?
But
No.
No,
I don't want anything to do with that.
I don't like.
I
regular
am
kids.
to the point. I am to the point where
I don't need ones I can't understand. What the fuck?
Fucking bunch
Hold
of.
on.
but the United
Talking
States
shit about me and my soccer game isn't as good as theirs. Fuck that.
the United States should be better than that.
They
Right.
are, so our fabulous vice president today was in Guatemala,
Right.
and part of her speech in Guatemala, because going to the border, Dave, what did she say it was?
That's a grand gesture.
It's a grand gesture for her to go to the border. So instead, she goes to Guatemala. Because U.S. citizens that are being impacted, landowners on the border that are being impacted by people that cross the border. That's a grand gesture to go see how they're doing.
Sure, right.
Because you're the vice president of the fucking United States.
Right, but
I'm going
you're
to go to
gonna go-
Guatemala instead.
Yeah.
Are we talking
So-
about Montel's side chick? Is
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
okay.
So her directive to the people, the Guatemalans that are trying to make the trek through Mexico to our southern border, her directive is don't come.
That makes sense.
She literally listening to it. I'm like, holy fuck. Is she a Republican? Wait.
No, she's just going to say.
I'm like, wait a minute. Like, this is a whole bunch of bullshit right now. She's literally telling him, don't come.
Is she squinting hard with one
No.
eye?
Probably. I didn't. It was just listening. I didn't see
okay.
it.
Okay.
But yeah, it completely goes against everything else that's ever been said from the White House.
Well, it's because she went through the fucking housing facilities and was like, "This is all perfectly normal." As it just looked like stacks of hefty bags everywhere because everybody was in those silver blankets, and it
Sure.
was like, "The fuck."
But I'm to the point though where if this shit's happening in Austin, like that's not far, right? Like I'm to the point where, like, I want to start doing something about it instead of just fucking watching it. You know what I mean? I don't know how yet, but I want to get involved. I want to fucking do something because it's one thing when you just capitalize on children. It's fucking that is bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucking low.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's Austin.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't really matter where it is. Like,
It doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah.
But that's close enough for me to go
but
do something.
fucking with
I don't
kids, like
know. Yeah.
for any fucking reason.
Right.
It's like,
I don't care. I don't
feeding
care.
and housing them or whatever. You're literally a profit-making entity off of bringing children.
Yeah, and
into the
I
country.
guarantee,
Yeah, that's fucked.
I guarantee they're not doing any good
No.
because if they were spending the money to do good for the children, they wouldn't be profitable. And this company's super profitable.
It's actually one of the biggest issues I have with adoption agencies.
Why? Yes.
Like, I don't understand why it's $50,000-$60,000
Yes. Why?
to adopt a child.
Yeah.
Why?
It's
That
ridiculous.
paperwork.
It's ridiculous.
So
It's a lot of paperwork.
Like, it's insane. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but these agencies, when you look at the fees that are involved, because it's like the overall cost is actually like the plane ticket. Like if you're adopting an international child,
Sure.
like the travel, even if you go there, meet the kid first and all that, and da-da-da-da-da. So you fly there, you pay for that.
Yeah.
When you want to fly the kid here to do a home visit, you pay for that.
But why? Why?
and
even,
then it's like another $60,000 in fees.
well, that's fine. But why even international?
Yeah, why is it so expensive domestically? too?
domestically, right?
yeah.
Like they're all about foster children, right? But if you want to actually, like, they pay foster families.
The foster fucking system is a
But-
goddamn racket.
But if you
It is.
actually want to adopt a child, it costs that much. Why? I don't
Don't get me wrong.
understand it either.
Like Haley and I talked about
insane.
this about like I would be a foster parent to kids. I wouldn't take a fucking cent though. You know
It's
what
like,
I mean?
don't pay me. If I have the space to take care of the kid, I'll just take care of the kid.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not doing it for money like a lot of motherfuckers do.
Yeah.
They do.
You know, and it's
But
terrible.
they don't give two fucks about the kid. It's just that
Yeah.
paycheck.
It's a paycheck.
Yeah.
They're fucking paying their
Yeah,
mortgage
but we
and
think
shit
it's
for
adorable
free.
and make musicals out of it.
Right? Fucking terrible, dude. Like, I don't know.
No, the
Like, I would
the
foster-
funds should be put into a savings account that are used towards like a college fund for the kid.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? That's probably what I would do with it. Honestly. I think that's
Who makes the money? When you spend $40,000, does it go into
agency.
what agency though, or does it go to the
whatever
state?
adoption.
No, it's
agency.
No, the
agency.
adoption
The
agency.
agencies are
It's
all
a private
private
company.
entities.
It's a private.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Adoption is a private. is a
that-
private
Imagine if the
industry.
government
Which-
got involved. Fuck,
that's-
you couldn't adopt a
No,
kid
no.
for 10 years.
That's
So,
just
like,
fucking human trafficking
I-
with a different name.
I imagined that the $50,000 went back into fund the foster
No, because they're
program.
private industries.
Jesus Christ.
So these adoption agencies that you'll go through, they are private.
How is
industry.
this a thing?
So,
Goddamn.
but it's like Mikey just said. That is quite literally public entity, legal. We think you're a great person for doing it. Human trafficking.
Yeah, you're human trafficking with
Well,
a different name.
Yeah, but at least it's human trafficking. Like, I suppose the barrier to entry is not going to be like you're a shitty person
What, are
that
you
wants
kidding
to
me?
adopt to this.
That
right? I
YouTube
don't
couple was all pissed off and turned down their adoption because the adoption agency said that they couldn't have the child on their YouTube channel for the first year they had it.
Yeah.
Could not bring it up. Couldn't talk about it. Couldn't put it on YouTube. And because they couldn't
good rule.
claim it. But that's what I mean, though.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the fact it. But those are the type of people that adopt children.
what?
Are
That
the whole,
babe-
like,
that
this
baby
would be
dodged
good
a-
for our clickbait.
That baby
Like,
dodged a fucking bullet,
well,
dude.
no, 100%. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's still these. But then you have the people that can't have kids, like legitimately can't have kids, and don't have $50,000-$60,000 liquid
Right.
Yeah.
to go buy a kid, but
Yeah.
desperately want to be parents. So instead, we just let some kid live in foster care with 12 other kids,
Yeah, it's fucking fucked
so
up.
that they can exist on rice-a-roni.
Fucking racket, dude.
But the
kosher- it's
the
kosher
parents
enough.
that legit want to be parents can't do it because there's such a high barrier to entry. But no, that's cool. The kid can be homeless instead of getting adopted because we've made it so fucking expensive.
Yeah,
to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
But then
don't understand.
orphanages are fucking terrible too because like kids age out. They'll sit there all day because people like that fucking couple. They don't want a fucking 10-year-old.
Right.
They want a baby.
Well, and
They want a little baby.
that couple
You know?
was trying to adopt an Asian baby.
Yeah. They want a baby. They don't want a fucking 10-year-old or a 12-year-old or a 14-year-old. They don't want the drama.
Right.
You know what I mean? They want a baby. That's their own. You know what I mean? And it's like, how about these fucking young, impressionable kids? that seriously fucking need help. They need to know that the world isn't that fucking shitty. And the fact that you can't get off your fucking high horse for a minute and stop thinking for yourself and fucking be like, you know what? This 14-year-old kid needs a fucking role model. Or he's going to turn out to be a fucking piece of shit. You wonder why there's so much scumbags in that fucking community?
Where's Coach Carter when you need him?
Right? Fucking A, dude. Where's Cat at? All right? Fucking... Like it fucking irks me, man, because like, don't get me wrong, my kids are young, right? I got a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old, right? By the way, happy birthday, JMO. He just had it last week. Fucking so I got a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old. I'm too fucking all over the place to have a kid right now, to have another kid. You know what I mean? There's a reason I got snipped. I'm being a responsible fucking adult. You know what I mean? That's why I got snipped, because I know that financially and morally I can't take care of another fucking mouth to feed. All right, and at least not keep the standard of living up to par for what I feel my children deserve.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why I got snipped. That's why we agreed to not have any more kids. However, pausing for effect, when those kids are fucking old, when my kids are old enough to fucking do on their own and they're doing their thing, if I still have the fucking means, absolutely. And I'm not going to get a baby. Like, I would get a fucking 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid who thinks the world is fucking terrible because he or she has had such a fucking raw deal.
And that's a hard road.
Yeah.
For you, that'd be a hard road.
Yeah, but you know what? I would rather see me fucking be a role model for somebody who fucking needs a solid role model to make a fucking productive member of society than some fucking shitless lie about. Or even worse yet, they age out and now they're just on their fucking ass, homeless kid. And now you got an 18-year-old kid who's never fucking had to do anything, has no like stability in life.
There's some of those programs where the kids age out young.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even age out at
16?
like adult age.
It's like 16?
16 you age out.
Yeah. And it's like, deuces, kid. Sorry about your luck. Here's your emancipation papers. You're on your own.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, I can't even join the military.
Yeah, you're not even... Yeah, you
Like-
can't house yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything. You're just 16 and alone.
Yeah.
Like,
that shit's fucking terrible.
In other news, China just upped their kid policy to 3 kids.
Jesus fuck.
Because they are worried about their workforce and their labor. So essentially what's happening is China's labor force is too old right now, and they're worried about everybody dying and them not having enough child labor.
Wow.
So they allowed everybody in their country to have a 3rd kid so they can put them to work.
They aged out of their program.
And the hilarious thing is then you have Japan that's on the opposite problem, and they're not making enough.
Yeah.
Like, they're like...
Yeah.
No, they're too busy trying to fuck octopus and shit.
Yeah. Because
Tell me you don't watch that shit. That shit's awesome.
I don't. It's
I've seen it.
fucking
It's
gross.
amazing.
speaking of weird
That shit's
shit out of
hilarious
Japan,
to watch.
these commercials for Samsung's new digital assistant. Have you seen this shit? She has a name, and now I can't remember the name of it. Sam. Her name's Sam, and it's Samsung's new digital assistant.
So it's like
original.
Samsung's fucking version of
It
Alexa.
is straight up a fucking hentai anime girl.
Really?
Like, they knew exactly what they were going after.
She's like,
That shit came out, it was out a day. And the internet was already flooded with this weird hentai shit that already came out about this chick. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
is it?
Straight up.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Samsung
that's-
Sam.
That's Samsung's new digital assistant.
You know what? Sam would get it.
And she like talks to you through your phone or whatever. Like, we have Siri with her broken ass English, and this one's like, oh, senpai.
Did you ever see the lady who fucking voiced Siri? She looks
No.
like Karen the soccer mom, man.
Yeah.
She's fucking like just like
But she's actually the voice of Siri.
yeah. It's,
God, imagine having that voice.
Here's the thing. Is she fucking recorded all that fucking hours and hours and hours of fucking voiceover
You got
shit?
like $50.
Like years ago, years before the fucking iPhone even came out, and somebody just had it, and they were like, "Hey, we need a voice for this Siri character."
Like, I got it.
They're like, "I got all this fucking tape of this lady," and that's how it became Siri. And she's like, "I didn't get shit."
Yeah,
Really?
She got paid for that job specifically
Oh,
years
yeah,
before.
yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Because it's a series of like strategic phrasing.
Yeah.
So like and it covers like all of the major
And then
like
they just
sound
mesh the
groups,
words
and then
together?
they just smash it all
Hey
together.
Siri, what's my name?
You're Mikey, but you asked me to call you Sexy Pants.
That's right, bitch. That's right, bitch.
Now, just like every time that your phone says that, you have the image of that lady saying it.
I know now.
Can you imagine if
Do
she
it
had
again.
like a customer service? If she had like a customer service job and you call and she answers and you're like,
Siri?
Can I talk to
do I
a
know-
human? I need a fucking human. Put a goddamn human on the phone. Like, but sir,
John, I am human.
Where do I know you from?
Do you have an iPhone? You son of a bitch.
Is that Siri? Is that you?
You're in the Matrix. What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. It's there's like not as much current event now because the world's almost semi-normal again. Like I don't
no, Jazz, it's not.
I don't know. I also just don't pay attention to the idiocy that's out there.
let's see what else. They are finally starting to realize that they think that COVID might have came from a lab in Wuhan,
Dude.
China.
It might have-
yeah.
Fauci's
that
fucking
Wuhan lab
emails,
leak.
boys.
Fauci's
Yeah.
emails.
That
that
guy's a
shit-
douchebag. I saw that.
Holy fuck, man.
The best part is when all that shit went down, I went.
That's why masks went away real fucking
I went
quick
from news
everywhere.
channel to news channel to news channel, reading the articles, not listening to the bullshit, not looking at social media, reading the articles that the news channels are writing about this.
And it is
right?
so fucking flipped, isn't
If
it?
you, depending on what news channel you look at, it's either out of the 3,200 plus pages of emails, it was all the shit about him saying one thing in the emails, saying the other thing to the public, and changing his mind, or knowing about things and trying to hide or bury them, or whatever the fuck.
Or how about the fact that he
Or-
helped fund the fucking Wuhan lab? that
That's
did
true.
it?
Or you read an article and it explains on how hard of a job that Dr. Fauci had to lead this country in the COVID recovery that we've been through, and how pressing his emails were, and,
It's funny
and
that they're
how
only-
much communication that he and how open he was with
They're only
everybody.
talking about COVID recovery from January 20th till today, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not focus on last year.
Yeah, right?
Let's not focus on the start
Yeah.
and the 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Are we still flattening the curve?
I think the curve's been flat,
curve?
Do
dude.
we s- wash your hands? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
What we figured out is that this curve, it was going like this, and what we realized is what we were seeing was just the top part of a circle. It's just right back to where we started.
I think it's hilarious that they don't even talk about COVID deaths anymore, which is, I mean, I'm going to preface this with any human loss is bad.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's a general statement, not according to specific instances or people. Any human loss is bad. But they're not talking about COVID deaths or the death rate or how it's changed or anything. You can't find that information if you try to look for it.
I know.
But all they talk about is we have a record number of cases. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll bet you 10 years ago we did record fucking flu year. Anybody fucking care? No. Nobody fucking
Well,
cares.
the funny thing is that they like to say it's a record number of cases, but then they'll do it like in comparison to previous years. It's a record number of COVID cases. I'm like, well, no shit.
This time last year, we had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Right.
Nobody's even getting tested.
Yeah. You were right. We had a record number of cases in February of 2021 compared to February of 2018. Yeah, you're fucking right.
100%.
That is a record.
I do have to say, in local news, Comal County has lifted the mask mandate for schools.
Yes.
Yeah, so did our district here,
Yep.
No.
Guadalupe.
I think Bear County's still wearing them.
Yeah. Well, school's
Bear
out
County,
now.
Yeah.
Bear County made it optional.
Yeah.
The
So they're still gonna
child
wear
is
'em.
optional.
I don't know.
So,
Oh.
have y'all been paying attention to Australia's getting fucked again?
Dude, my kid.
What now?
My kid beat COVID.
Yeah?
John didn't wear a mask the whole fucking year. We got him a hat with a bullshit fucking like plastic visor down, and he rocked it was a bucket hat with a fucking visor on it because he was like, I'm not wearing a fucking mask, and I was like, I'm done fighting with you. I agree with you, dude. Put this on, and he rocked a fucking bucket hat with fucking like just a fucking face shield on it the whole fucking time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, guess who never got COVID? My son John. Just saying. Yeah.
Well, they said kids couldn't get it anyways.
Yeah, right?
What about Australia?
So, 2020 started with Australia was on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a rough
And then
patch.
Australia flooded.
Yep.
And then Australia had that weird foam thing that happened that
Yeah.
covered
Oh,
like
yeah,
a third of
yeah.
Australia.
Yeah.
And then like all the animals started dying.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, everything's cool. And it was like COVID. And then it was
And
like,
it was-
oh, by the way, Australia's still on fire. It's just on fire underground now.
Yeah.
Like, the surface isn't on fire
What?
anymore.
Yeah.
Literally, Australia, the land, like the continent, was on fire from the inside. It was fucked. And now they are having, and I shit you not, this is how the news put it, plague level mouse infestation.
Well,
they were saying
if the
that-
ground's on fire,
they were
gotta
saying
go
that
somewhere.
around-
They're all fucking coming out.
Yeah.
Around
And
buildings,
the animals died.
they will set poison and kill 100,000 mice overnight, and 200,000 mice will show up the next day.
Oh my!
And now they
God.
are literally referring to it as warfare, and that the people that live there, the homeowners and stuff, are operating as generals with different tactics on how to
Oh my God!
trap and kill and avoid and like set up bunkers and like all this stuff.
Fuck it, I'm building a moat.
But they were like,
a fire moat.
we replaced all of the flooring and carpet, and then the mice came in and ate through all of our furniture, all of our carpet, the flooring. The urine destroyed all of the drywall.
Holy fuck.
They've eaten all of the laminate, and all the cabinets is all
Like
coming
bubonic
apart.
plague is next.
Like it is literally like
in that
biblical
instance,
levels of
How do you
plague,
ever?
mouse plague.
How do you ever sleep?
In that instance.
They don't. And literally there's people down there that are saying, like any other situation you would find yourself, the ongoing fight against it becomes such mental fatiguing that now that they're showing people are actually starting to go partially insane from dealing with.
Dude.
Happiness is a belt-fed weapon.
But even then, I mean, they're saying that around houses, it's 100,000 mice that will die overnight and 200,000 show up the next day.
Happiness in your asshole.
A penis. And an
penis
asshole.
In your asshole.
It's a key to
But
life.
yeah, biblical levels of mouse plague in
Dude.
Australia. Like Australia, just like Jesus Christ. Like
Dude, that entire fucking country is like, it's always been like the most dangerous fucking place. Like it's made to kill you.
yeah, but apparently over the last 18 months, Australia's finally just like, y'all need to fucking leave. Like
Right?
we've
Like,
been
it's like they're
we've been playing softball for a
like,
while,
Mother,
but now we're
Mother
done.
Earth is finished.
Yeah, y'all can fuck off. You weren't supposed to be here in the first place. Like
It's true. Nobody
to leave.
fucking lived there first. Like there
Yeah.
was no humans there.
They brought a
back
bunch
in the
of
day.
felons.
you need to
Yeah.
fucking leave. And so yeah. So now they have this huge I'm like,
Wow,
damn Australia. Like
that would suck.
y'all can't catch a break.
That's fucking wild, bro.
I get pissed when there's 2 or 3 mice. You know, like I couldn't imagine.
Dude.
And in the beginning, they were saying that like the news wouldn't show like the dead mice and stuff because of like just the imagery of it. But now it's like so, just everybody's become so desensitized to it that now like these pictures fields
it would-
of just dead mice.
You,
There's no
you know how it
crops left.
smells when one mouse dies.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
on the
Oh
scale
my
of
God.
millions.
Oh.
They were saying the fields there look like the farmers just harvested everything. Nope. It's the mice ate every ounce on the fields that the farmers
That's
and stuff had.
crazy,
Like it's
dude.
all gone.
And mice fuck.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
And the gestation period's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So like you can't kill them faster than they're making them.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, good God.
So I got a friend that lives in Australia, and the last posts were the floods. So I don't know if the mice
She's probably
took
gone.
over.
Yeah, she probably didn't make it through the last 4 catastrophes that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, that continent's been
What's next? Firstborns? I
destroyed.
think that's the next
You gotta mark your door with blood.
Yeah, we got to start sending lamb's blood down or
Yeah.
something.
Fuck,
Somebody with a
man.
stick, like a.
Dude, just call the Orchid Man.
Somebody with a stick.
That always seems to be the
I'm
solution.
sure that'll help.
Hey, the
The
last
guy with sandals and a robe.
Yeah,
You know,
the last major plague that happened, they sent a wizard in. He smacked a stick on a rock. Everything went fine. Like, it was.
You shall not pass.
different wizard.
Oh, wasn't Gandalf? Oh, my bad.
They need that one though for the mice. Though.
Right?
Just
Should call the Pied Piper in that bitch.
fucking, I don't know. At this point, I think Australia does need a wizard. Like, if there's any wizards listening to this show, call Weber. Maybe he can help them
Oh, I
out.
guarantee you, whoever knows how to do it. Fucking piece of shit. I hope he's in Australia. That's how much I hope he's in Australia.
Yeah, man, it's bonkers. I had to go look it up. I saw the first article on TikTok.
Yeah, of
I was
course.
like, this can't be that bad. And then I went and looked it up, and I was like, dear God, it is that bad.
That is fucked.
Yeah, poor Australia. Like, fuck. You know they were looking at COVID going like, yeah, whatever. Everything's on fire. Everything's dead. We have no food, and now we have all the mice.
All the mice. Wow, dude. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, boys.
Yeah.
We covered quite a bit interesting weekends.
What a fucking world we live in.
What a fucking wacky job. I think on that note, boys, I'm going to raise my glass.
Yeah.
Before I do that, I'm actually going to thank.
Shillingbridge.
I'm going to thank Dave
I think Dave for swinging by
for
Shillingbridge.
bringing back Shillingbridge Brewing Company Irish Coffee Stout. Because, god damn it,
It is tasty
delicious.
as fuck, boy.
But thank you for being my freedom friends.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, smash all those buttons. Hit us over on YouTube. Give us a fucking share over there, or a subscribe, if you will.
We recommend going and subscribing and hitting the little bell over there because we're gonna start doing our lives over on YouTube.
That's
So
right.
If you
The
still want
live
to catch
feed
those,
is going to be switching over there. So
not this week, but next week.
Yeah, I
we'll be
think
switching
next
over
week
to
we're gonna do
YouTube.
that.
So,
So this week.
So like right now,
if you're
we're
not if you're not a Patreon supporter,
we're about
then yes,
this far
it's this
now,
week for you.
right? About that far.
Yeah. This far.
Nah,
Yeah.
we're still like this far.
I use my inside hand.
We'll go
Yeah,
like
apparently our numbers were completely off, and like we were saying 10,000.
Yeah.
Apparently it's 100,000
this. They must have changed something.
for the silver.
I was at 1,000.
for the silver button.
I didn't know it was 10.
Yeah, we're so far away. It's
Oh.
not even funny.
Oh.
Yeah, we're
100,000?
Yeah.
Wait. We need 100,000 followers to get a silver play button.
yeah.
Fuck. Well, nice knowing you, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Can I make one out of like duct tape?
Yeah.
That counts, right?
Totally.
We hit 1,000 followers. I'm
We
making
need a
one out of
duct tape
duct
play
tape.
button. Yeah.
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 Tell you what, I'll 3D print us a play button, and you can just cover it. In
Oh,
duct
there,
tape.
Perfect.
there you go.
Yeah.
Done.
There you go.
Oh, speaking of that, one of my I lost one of my spurs.
What?
I don't know when and I don't know where. It was on my right foot. I realized it over this past weekend. I went to put my Crocs into 4-wheel drive and do some fucking spur shit, and I only had one spur. And I'm like, oh fuck!
No, you can only turn. You can only turn
I
left.
can only go left.
I know a guy that can fix that.
Yeah. So I got a regular spur on my left and an English spur on my right.
Oh, you lost the spur.
Just the wheel, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just need the wheel and the screw.
Okay. Yeah, we can fix that.
So yeah, again, brought to you by warfightertaco.com. Use that code FreedomFriends. Score yourself that sweet 15% off on all their merch and stuff over there. RedactedSupply.com for all of our merch. Please go over there and buy some shit. And wellness.us for all of your CBD needs. And if you're feeling nostalgic and you want to give somebody a nice little day, call up Johnson & Sons Hay Grinding.
Talk to Mike.
Ask for Mike. Call 402-276-1111. Ask for Mike.
Just see how you're doing.
Just see how he's doing. That's. They don't give us money. We just wanna
Tell
see
him
how
the
he's doing.
Freedom Friends sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
He'll appreciate it.
Yeah, he'll appreciate it.
Please.
So, as always, Jazz, boys, there's just 3 little things.
It's true.
Like-
The first one,
Yeah.
smoke 'em.
Ooh, drink on.
God
damn it, boys.
Freedom,
the fuck on.
See you next time.